Mind is changeable, depends on what you provide. If you provide positiveness, conducive atmosphere, like a faith, like a shame, like a beauty, like admiration, and all that, mind is comfortable because you've been there, you know it, you are comfortable, so you can continuously build. And that's the reason why mind naturally is neutral. Although some of the Buddhist texts will say mind is luminous. All obstacles are temporary. That doesn't mean mind is originally pure. Mind is luminous. The nature of the mind has no fault. Whether we encounter, when you encounter with your mind, whether you are encountering with the nature of the mind or not, that is a big question. Some people say yes, but I have a question. So anyway, that is the mind. And when you are talking about the tame your mind, since the mind is such a flexible, non-physical clarity, some kind of sky-like, sort of valuable every human beings, every living beings, every sentient, they call it sentient beings, and even non-sentient beings like enlightened ones are also have that. So that is the mind. So tame your mind is the most difficult task out of all this. Avoid the negativity, build positive, tame your mind. Taming is the most difficult. Number one, you don't even know what the mind really is all about it. When I look in the teachings and the teachings that I received, when I was taught with the mind as a principle, and then sub-mind, such as eye, ear, nose, our body, consciousness. And then the principle consciousness, like 6 different mindset. Plus, there is 52 mental faculties. And all of them combined, all of them are become part and parcel. Many of them are not separate from the mind, but are separately identifiable. But all these are so sophisticated, a little complicated. But the mind is something that governs our activities. Everything, whatever we do, we follow our thoughts. I develop thoughts saying I like to get up. So follow the thoughts, I'll get up. My thought will say I should walk. Thought will say walk, then I'll walk. Thought will say sit, I will sit. Thought will say hit, I will hit. Thought will say eat, I will eat. So as we know, although we are not a robot, however, when you look at all our activities, it is thought that pushes. Even the subject that we study, subject that we analyze, even brain, what we analyze, our thoughts will direct. Our thoughts are directing the individuals. And that's where the thoughts are really important. So you cannot deny. Now the question is whether there is something called thoughts, completely separate than the brain cells, neurons, and or whatever. That I don't know. But they are definitely a thought. Not only for me, there is a mind. There's also a gross mind, and there is a subtle mind, and also very subtle mind too. When I say gross and subtle, and you people will have some idea of what gross is all about it, and subtle is all about it. So I'm thinking something even much more subtle. That, for me, when I use that subtle mind, that is a mind that continuously remains within us. Continuously, I mean from the previous life to in-between life, to the present life, to the in-between life, to the future lives. So you may think, hey, it must be permanent. No, it is impermanent. It is impermanent. Earlier Tibetan master in America, Gelek Rimpoche, used the terminology called continuation of discontinuity. When he is describing, some people will talk like a mala and a mala's thread. Some people talk about the ice cubes touch to each other when it's melting, stuck to each other. Whatever these examples are right or wrong, I don't know. It depends on the individual, how individual perceives. Subtle mind is so subtle, it has no idea or no knowledge of a right or wrong. It has no idea or no knowledge of a light or dark. Such is subtle, just capable of growing, sort of continuation of a capability, nothing physical right from the beginning, nothing physical. So it's sort of becoming capability to be able to grow. So it is like contraction and expansion and contraction and expansion. Like that, capability of growing in detail and functioning. Capable of reducing, withdrawing such a subtle level, and even you are not sure is it there. To that level, is it capable of expanding and contracting. It's very, very subtle thing. So which is really all thoughts. There were a Buddhist school called mind only. But whether that mind only is right or wrong is a different subject. But mind is that important. And that is where we are going up or down, whether we are going to be succeed in our life and life after or not, it depends on this mind. So the mental work is the most important work of a contemplative work. Mental work is the most important spiritual persons because it makes a huge difference. So that is what I like to talk to you today. And what I wanted you to keep in mind is, see, I said mind again. So which I presume you have a mind, you presume you have a mind. That's why I said keep in your mind. Is mind. And the mind is the basis. And how it is, what it is. And it accepts suggestions. It perceives ideas. It picked it up like that of a print, that of photo print, picked it up. And that like a photo print picks up, right? Like that, whatever the idea picks up, keep it in the mind, becomes a part of it, becomes a part of it. And that's why many people will say, think about the positives only and you become positive. Don't think of the negatives, you will become negative. This is important. You have to watch your thoughts. Mrs. Thatcher even said, watch your thoughts, for they become words. Watch your words, for they become action. Watch your action, for they become habits. Watch your habits, for they become your character. And watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. What we think, we become. That's what Mrs. Thatcher said. So I said, all of you who are watching me, listening, are liberal-minded. So Mrs. Thatcher was a little conservative. Even she think there is a thought, and thoughts makes things different. So we are liberal, open-minded people. We should be better than that. And thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again continuously about this mind next Sunday. Thank you.